Good question, Karen. Well, Acacia is actually a semiconductor firm which makes chips that go into servers. Now, this is becoming increasingly important because of the shift to cloud computing from many businesses, but also the fact that 5G, which is an area Cisco is working on a lot in, is promising to process huge amounts of data. There needs to be servers and there needs to be infrastructure to support some of that. So I had a chance to catch up with Diedrich. He's the CIO of Cisco, to ask him a little bit more about the rationale behind this big deal. Let's listen into what he had to say.
We're going from 25 billion connected things today to 500 billion connected things over the next decade. The primary requirements then moving forward are going to be data density, that is the ability to consume more and more data, speed, being able to access that data faster, and of course low power consumption, which is critical for IoT and a number of other factors associated with digital age progression. And Acacia ticks all three of those boxes for us.
So this is really a 5G play. If you heard Diedrich there talk about IoT, the Internet of Things, 5G, of course, promises to connect millions and millions of devices together, and that will result in huge amounts of data. So that's a big part of what Cisco is focusing on right now on this deal. But of course, against this backdrop of this acquisition and the area Cisco is pushing is this trade war that continues to rage on between the US and China. And of course, it's increasingly become a battle over technology, and 5G's been dragged very much into that. You've heard President Donald Trump talk about 5G as a race. The US must win. Guy actually said in one part of the interview that this is not a race. This is something that will need to be rolled out gradually, and there's a lot of hype right now, and perhaps it's not going to be rolled out as quickly as the market expects. So I asked Guy what kind of impact, if any, Cisco's seen from this ongoing trade tensions between the US and China. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Cisco is a global company. We operate in 120 countries around the world. We have a very agile supply chain. We're able to respond to some market headwinds and some trade winds that may be coming through. Now, the trade wars don't benefit anybody. And we have to acknowledge that, because when you deal with a program like I run called Country Digital Acceleration, where you're dealing with governments that have fixed budgets for 5G deployment and a number of other areas, if you have a trade war, then those prices just increase, and it unnecessarily constrains their ability to do things like put in 5G networks. So we certainly hope that calmer heads will prevail. I know that they've come back to the table already just this morning, start thinking about new ways of resolving these issues.
So you get a sense there that Cisco feels generally prepared for this broader trade war. They've been shifting some supply chains outside of China as well to try to mitigate some of that risk. But really, it's the 5G play. Cisco is behind the likes of Nokia and Ericsson, for example, and this acquisition, it hopes, will help boost its chances in the 5G space as it tries to challenge some of those players and as 5G continues to roll out across the world. Guys, back to you.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.